welcome to CRPS and Rheumatoid Diaries. As I mentioned in my last video, I was changing the name a little bit because of my new diagnosis of CRPS, which is kind of the thing, not really kind of, it is the thing that's standing out for me most at the moment. And there is so little known on it. The medical world knows little to nothing on it, and people don't know about it. And I knew a little bit about it before I was diagnosed because I knew a couple people that had battled it and I saw what they went through, but you can't really know until you live with it. And I don't ever expect anyone to understand if they don't live with a certain illness. What I hope for is to, have people learn about it a bit. So if you're dealing with friends or family with it, then you can have, you know how to be there, and you have an idea of what they're going through, and you can empathize with them, not looking for sympathy, but empathy, just not making comments like it can't be that bad, or if you just get up and move, or if you'd, do ABC, you'd be better, or I know so-and-so who did ABC and they're fine now, because we're not drama queens, and we're not hypochondriacs. This is real. This is central nervous system misfiring. And I'll leave it there. What I'm about to do is I may do it in a series because I got a lot of information, but that's basically what I want to do, is start giving some information of what it is, and then once I've gotten all that out there, then I will share how it is for me a little more. But I really want the information out there. I'm already at over 2 minutes and I haven't even started with the information. So here I go. And I've written notes this time because there is so much information. So I'll try not to go too long. So I want to talk about the McGill Pain Scale first. I had never heard of it before CRPS, to be honest. But now I sure know what it is. And it's a pain scale that rates pain and really a lot of the world's most painful things, and CRPS on the McGill Pain Scale falls at a 42 out of 50 on the pain scale, and it can get, with the most severe cases, up to 47 out of 50. So that's higher, the pain, than non-terminal cancer. It's higher than amputation of a finger or a toe without freezing, and it's higher than childbirth, just to give you some indication of how bad the pain of CRPS is. I had this, I'll go back to it. I have just so much information in my head. I've written everything down. So, yeah, so that's a start. It's not good when you can't read your own notes, right? Okay. CRPS type 2 is what can reach as high as 47 out of 50 on the pain scale. And I have CRPS type 2, and I will get into some information on the different types as I go here. So it will come back around. CRPS can start for no apparent reason, or due to an injury such as a broken wrist, a crush injury, a sprain even can set it off, and no apparent reason for some. The pain is way beyond what the actual injury would cause, and the pain is severe nerve pain. Allodynia is common with it. And allodynia is when you touch something really, really lightly, like the slightest little touch. That causes excruciating pain. So you can imagine for people who, have it in their trunk or their legs, or for me, my foot, getting clothes on, getting a shoe on, walking, everything is excruciating. I probably have it in my notes for later, but allodynia, I'm really struggling with allodynia. I can't put a blanket on my foot, at night to help control the temperature, which is another thing I'll get to here. So right now I'm just gonna try and stick to just giving the information, and then I'll go into other videos where I'm talking about my own situation. It's really hard to not talk about my own situation as I go here. So it's way beyond, what the actual injury originally was, if it stemmed from an injury. The pain is severe nerve pain, and so that's my first page. And then there's it's hard for me to pronounce, hyperalgesia, which is extreme pain from something such as a paper cut, something that, might cause a slight sting, or, like you're gonna go ouch and then you're gonna be fine. For people with CRPS, it would cause extreme pain. So as you can see, we could look like drama queens when we're actually in extreme pain. So another thing that goes with CRPS is swelling. So like if I'm, like I walk, but when I walk, I'm in a lot of pain. So I can't walk for long before I have to sit down. And the pain doesn't stop when I sit down, but it's just getting the weight off at least. So my foot will turn like beet red and swell. It'll be burning hot. Again, I'm talking about my own situation, or I'm trying to stick to facts here. So cause swelling, color changes, such as the limb turning beet red or purple or blue, or even it'll look like you have frostbite, and it'll feel like you have frostbite. It causes hair and nails either to grow faster or to stop growing. My own toenail has completely stopped growing. It's been 6 months and it hasn't grown, and you got little hairs on your toes, right? Everybody does in your foot. That's all stopped growing for me, which isn't really terrible thing in ways, as long as the toenail doesn't fall off, because it can do that too. And then, as I mentioned, there's burning pain, there's ice cold pain, so your foot can be burning like it's put in a fire and you can't take it out. If you stick your hand on something hot, you can pull it away and go ouch, and you might have some pain for however long it takes for a burn to heal, to whatever degree. But for somebody with CRPS, it's like we can never take our hand out of the fire, or our limb, whatever's in pain, we can never take it out of the fire. So I don't know if that helps you, I wouldn't say understand, but have an idea maybe of what happens. Pins and needles, constantly I have pins and needles too. See, I'm making it my story as I go anyway. I just might have to just bow to it. Stabbing pain, oh my goodness. In the beginning, the first 2 weeks after surgery, before I knew that the pain wasn't just from surgery, I literally felt like I was being stabbed with nails through my foot. Like, it was intense, and it was so constant. I just couldn't even, there just isn't words. The stabbing pain has slowed down for me. The odd time I get it, but not near as often as I did during those first few weeks. So there's that. I'm just trying to think of what other kind of pain. There's all sorts of different kinds of pains, and they come and go and they change, and it's a mind game. It's as mental as it is physical, because there's days that are good. I wouldn't say good, not 100%, well, never 100%, but there's days where I could deal with, the pain is less and I could do more. And then you start to think, well, maybe I'm getting better. And then the next day you're off your feet in agony. Like yesterday, I was in agony. like just agony. I couldn't do much at all. The day before that, I did a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe that's why. But if it is why it showed up later, it didn't show up in the moment as much. So it's such a mental thing too, and because of all the different sensations that come with nerve pain, and the days where it starts to feel a little better and you think you're getting better, but you're really not. My husband keeps reminding me, just enjoy the good day, take it as it is for today, to help me with the mental part of things. It can spread with the slightest injury. It can spread from getting a needle. It can spread from stubbing your toe. It can spread from the littlest thing. So I try mentally to not live in fear of that, because it's not going to help either. I've had dental work done and I got through that so far with no spread, and dealing also with the rheumatoid and osteoarthritis, where my joints hurt and whatnot. That is in the back of my mind, is like, can that spread it when I'm flaring from the rheumatoid, which I am in this shoulder right now, and this wrist. So, I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just watching the time here. So surgeries and dental work, scary, and I'm facing both, again, and I'm facing possible surgery in my CRPS foot because it's not fusing, probably due to the CRPS. That's really scary. There are protocols for people with CRPS having surgery, but like I said, most of the medical world does not know anything about it. So that's scary as well. Just there's so much scary about it, and I've had no help at all, and I'm 6 months in now. So it can become full body. It can spread to your organs. There's people who have it that it's spread to their GI system, like their esophagus and into their stomach, where they can't even eat. So type 1 is, I think I already mentioned, is where it happens for no apparent reason, no nerve damage. Type 2, which I have, stems from an injury, either like a crush injury or anything, a sprain, or a nerve injury, which I think that I have a nerve injury from the surgery. So where am I here in time? I might go a bit longer. Just grab the rest of my notes. I usually don't do notes. I usually just wing it, because as you can probably tell, I'm much better at winging it. Anyway, there are 3 stages of CRPS. There's acute, dystrophic, and atrophic. So so stage 1 is 1 to 3 months. I'm out of that already, where you have severe burning pain that increases with even the slightest touch or breeze. I've had that from the very beginning. All this stuff they're listing in 1 to 3 months, I've had from the very beginning. Temperature fluctuations, hot and cold, extreme, rapid growth of hair and nails. I didn't really have that. I had the opposite, thankfully. Muscle spasms, yes. Joint pain, well, I have arthritis too, so. Changes in skin color. Oh yes, like I said, my foot will turn beet red and swell. Sometimes it will be purple. Sometimes it will be like frostbite white. And when it is, it's freezing cold and I can't cover it because it's too painful. The cold for me causes so much pain. And we're in winter. So the skin can appear shiny and thin and different in colors. I'm not sure, maybe a part of my toe is shiny and thin and very, I look like I have a clown toe. It's like beet red on the tip of my toe and very swollen. It's just weird, and then the nail doesn't grow, right? So, and then it can have an increase in sweating, which I'm not sure, it's on my foot. I have a sock on all day. I don't find like I'm dripping sweat or anything. So there's that. And then I don't know if I should keep going. I'm at 15 minutes, so I might do part 2 tomorrow or another day soon. If you've listened this far, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm just trying to get the information out there because it is such a serious thing. It's as serious as cancer. Serious, but it's not much is known about it, and it's been around for decades. So thank you for listening. And if you have CRPS, I really would love to hear from you in the comments what your experiences are. I need a community, and I'm sure others do too, dealing with this. It's a lonely disease because you can't do much. You really can't. It's why you don't see in my videos me, doing a whole lot, because I'm unable to. So yeah, hit the like and subscribe button and the bell to be notified when I do further videos on this. I would love for more people to join, and comment and how you're doing, if you have tips and whatnot. If you've lived with it longer than I have, I'm only 6 months in and it's brutal. I just wanted to say too, it started immediately the day of surgery for me, which often it doesn't. It'll start months down the road. So I was diagnosed very quickly, which is a good thing, except that I'm not getting any help, which is why you need to be diagnosed quickly, because if you can get help quickly, you have a better chance of remission. It is not curable. But anyway, so I didn't get any help, but I was diagnosed quickly, and for that I'm grateful. But it went from my toe to my heel. Like 2 weeks after surgery, I was ripping my cast off because I thought the cast was hurting my heel, and it turns out it was the CRPS causing heel pain, and I still have it. And so it makes it hard. I can't accommodate my walk anyway because it's my whole foot. So I'm actually looking at a wheelchair. It's hard to say. It's kind of a combination of a wheelchair / walker / seat. It's a 3-in-1 type thing I'm looking at, but to need that at 53 years old is anyway, it's getting longer. So yeah, leave your comments, hit the like and subscribe. There's hope. Hope is a good thing. See you soon.